Good afternoon. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to use Design Space in Cricut. We are going to be taking this design and turning it into a t-shirt. Stay tuned. So what we're going to be doing is taking this image and placing it on a t-shirt. I want to expand the image so that it will fit well on my t-shirt. Now my dimensions may be different from your dimensions depending on your size shirt, your bust size, or however big you want it. I know my dimensions are 12 by 12. So I'm going to stretch this out right now. It can only stretch vertically because it is locked. So I'm going to go up here and I'm going to unlock it at the top where the little lock button is, if you can see that. And this will allow me to not only move the image vertically, but horizontally as well, so that I can stretch it out to make it a 12 by 12 image or a little bit less than a 12 by 12. So right now I'm playing with the size just to make sure that I have it lined up so that when it prints, it doesn't print off the edge and that it is exactly how I would like it to be. So now that I have everything adjusted the way that I would like it to be, I am now going to double check and I'm going to save it so that I can use this image again in the future. So that is what I'm doing now. So once we get done saving it, we're going to hit the Make It button. And then from there, it's going to take us to the screen where we will see our mat. And the mat is how we're going to print and cut it out. Basically, you want to make sure you mirror it, especially if you're doing images with words. You want to mirror it so that it shows the correct way when you put it on a t-shirt. I just mirror everything, even if it's not worded, so that way it shows the way that I want it to show. Then from there, we are going to select what type of material we're using. And today we're going to be using an everyday iron-on material, so we will select that. So now we're going to prepare our mat with our vinyl. There are multiple ways that you can cut your vinyl to put on your mat. I use 2 different ways, well really 3, because you can use your scissors and just cut it the way you want it. Or for a more precise cut, you can use a box cutter and cut it across. However, be careful because you don't want to apply too much pressure that you cut your mat. I have done that before, so just be careful when you are using a box cutter or a freehand blade to do that. What I like to use best is, I'm not sure what this is called, what the correct name of it is, but I just call it a paper shredder, a paper cutter, and I got it from, I think I got it from Office Depot or one of those stores. And basically I line it up to the beginning of my mat, and then I just pull the vinyl through it and measure out how much I need. So I know for the apple, I do need a 12 by 12 square of vinyl for that design. So that's what I'm going to do right now, is measure that out. So now that I have gotten the vinyl on the mat, I am going to smooth it out to make sure I get rid of all the air bubbles and cut off any excessive vinyl that may be lingering over the sides, just so that when it goes into the machine doesn't get off track because of the vinyl that's sticking out. You definitely want to make sure you get all the air bubbles out so that the machine can cut the vinyl properly. I don't know what the name of that tool is called. I did get it from Michael's. It is a Cricut tool. Once again, I have no idea what it's called. So now I'm loading my mat into my Cricut Maker, and I'm just going to hit the button and make sure it's loaded, then hit the blinking C to begin cutting. I'm going to let the machine do its work, and then that's about it. So once we have finished cutting out our design, we are now going to begin weeding the design. These are two different types of weeders that I have. I do not have a preference over either or. The one that I have in my hand right now is the Cricut weeder, and that's what I'll be using in this video. We are going to weed out the wording for this design so that it shows up black in the background and the apple will show up red. Make sure that when you are weeding, you weed out everything that's supposed to be weeded, because once you adhere it to the shirt, you can't take it back off. So you want to definitely double check that you got everything that needed to be weeded. So that's what we're going to do now, is weeding. So now we are ready to begin to prep our t-shirt. I don't know what happened to my lint roller. It got feet and walked away. So there's more than one way to skin a cat, and we are going to use some tape to get all of the lint or anything that may have been on the shirt off of the shirt so that we can stick our design down. Now we're going to preheat our shirts. So now I'm going to fold the shirt down the center so that when I get ready to apply the design, I will have a line running down the middle of the shirt to show me where the center is so that I can make sure my design is placed in the center. I'm not too worried about the wrinkles that are still on the shirt, because after 24 hours, I'm going to go back with a steamer and steam the shirt to get all the wrinkles out. So I'm not too concerned about that right now. Okay, so now we are going to take our tape measure and we're going to measure how far down we want that design to come down the shirt. Once we do that, we are going to take the design and we are going to fold it in half. When we fold it in half, we're going to fold it from one end of the design to the other end, not from the end of the plastic, but the actual design. And we're going to fold that in half and create a crease. This crease line, we are going to match up to the crease line that we put into the t-shirt. Why? Because this will help us to make sure, one, that the design is straight and not crooked, and to make sure that we are putting the design in the middle of the shirt as well. Once we have that done, we're going to put our protective sheet down, and we are now going to apply heat to the HTV vinyl to get it to adhere to the shirt. Thank you for watching to the end. Please don't forget to like and share and subscribe. See you next time.